I'm Stephanie,
I'm Meredith.
and welcome to This Is My Spooky Circus.
This
All
is
right, so this is our week one of our spooky month.
And I did not get the memo to dress spooky, but
Uh,
I love your sweatshirt.
oh, can I tell you?
Yes.
It's a kid's
Oh my
sweatshirt
gosh.
from Walmart. It was $10.
Well, guys, if you're super tiny like my friend Steph, or if you have a kid, go get you a sweatshirt. It's cute though. Are the letters fuzzy?
Yeah, they're like velvety. You can
I
feel it.
want to fill up there.
Go ahead.
I'm just kidding.
They're a little squishy, but those are my pumpkins.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When I was in middle school, okay, so it was for the whole grade. I was in like sixth or seventh grade, and we did this musical, and then so that was the music part, and then art was like we made the sets and we made t-shirts that we all wore for the musical. And so like all the different elements were included in it, and it was this big, huge thing. Well, my shirt, I thought I was going to be cool, and I was going to do 2 stars on it. It ended up that my stars were right here. And I can't remember what I did to fix it, but after I did it, the art teacher was like, let's put some stars on there or something like that. I was like, oh crap.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so your pumpkin's well centered.
When you were a kid, were you allowed to dress up for school for Halloween?
I don't remember. Probably.
So it just blows my mind that you can't now. And I understand why everybody is like, oh,
Yeah.
inclusive or whatever,
Yeah.
but those were like the best. Like doing the parade in all the costumes and all the parents came and lined up and
Oh, I don't think we did that.
oh, we had like some cool.
But I will say that the older I get, the more I love Halloween.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it was just like, am I too cool to dress up? Am I not too cool?
Oh no,
No, never. No,
No,
I did dress up, but
I love Halloween.
yeah, I like Halloween a lot.
And those were such awesome memories.
Yeah.
But we had the worst costumes.
Well, like the masks. Like
Yeah.
I'm picturing the Smurf mask
And
right
like the
now.
plastic like
Oh
dress
gosh,
thing.
yes.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah. Cabbage Patch. Like,
Oh yeah.
Care
Yeah.
Bear.
Oh, and the masks were all basically the same, just painted different.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And thick, and they never fit right where they
No.
were supposed to on your face.
Kids are so lucky now. They have the best costumes.
They could be any, and the paint, the face paint, and the
They put a garbage
Right.
bag basically on us.
right. And well, down here it's always hot.
Yeah.
On Halloween, so it's like you're wearing this thing sweltering in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the mask that you can't breathe out of, just trying to get $10 worth of candy.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I just wish kids had that experience.
I know. Well, I'm glad that a lot of kids do dress up and go. I keep thinking that it's Jackson's last year, and then it's not. Like
Yeah.
he dresses up one more time, so I think he's probably done this year. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But he does go later. Like he lets the little kids go. And most of that is his schedule too. He's got practice and
Yeah.
stuff. So he goes later in the night when a lot of people are done. Or they dump the whole bowl in there.
I'm like to Dylan last year. They went late. I feel like they went last year. I don't remember. It might have been the year before, but he didn't leave until late. And then he came home and he had no candy. And I'm like, dude, like, where's your candy? And he's like, oh, well, I just gave it to so and so. Like, I'm not gonna eat it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
parent tax.
Yes. Absolutely.
You can give it away after I go through it.
Right. I need to get what I want, and then feel free to give all the jawbreakers to somebody
Yeah.
else.
But like we've had this conversation about the
They should
parent
know
tax.
better. What do you like to get? Like when you're looking through his stuff, what are you going to grab?
I love gummy stuff. So gummy bears.
Yeah,
those are-
trolleys, all
yeah.
that stuff. Okay.
I'm very much like a gummy girl.
Swedish fish?
Yes. Sour Patch Kids.
All of that.
it.
Okay.
I'm not a big jelly bean.
Oh gosh, no, that goes.
And I hate candy corn.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. But then sometimes I'll eat one piece for a random reason. I'm like, well, that's tastes like wax, but I could eat some more. Yeah, no, I immediately do like the jawbreakers, the gum, any kind of candy corn. You know those things? I don't even know what they're called. They're like caramel, and they're in black and orange
Yes.
wrappers. I
Yes.
like those.
Yeah.
No idea what they are.
Yeah.
I like those, but I want all the chocolate.
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna turn down chocolate.
Right.
But I, on the regular, eat gummy.
Yeah.
Like I don't go out and buy chocolate.
Yeah.
I go out and buy Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Or Swedish Fish.
Gotcha. Well, I try not to take all of Jackson's Reese cups because that's his favorite too. Oh, you're not a Reese cup
I
girl?
don't eat peanut butter, and
Okay.
ever since I got pregnant with Dylan,
Yeah,
not been
okay.
able to eat peanut butter,
Okay.
and that goes along with peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you're very right. Well, yeah.
Uh,
So I need Jackson to go so at least I can get a handful of
yeah.
things.
Our neighborhood gets a lot. Well, we used
Yes.
to. It's hit or miss every year.
Yeah.
It's weird, but a lot of people come here to trick or treat because there's
Right.
so many
That's
houses.
kind of what we do. We go to
Um,
other neighborhoods.
I love Halloween.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
everything about it.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm
I
glad.
want it to get cool out though.
Oh, that's the only thing.
I thought we were there,
Yeah, I thought we
and
were too.
today it was like bam.
Yep. So let's just do a quick recap of the weekend, if
Yes.
you don't mind.
No.
We don't have to go into detail because I think most of the people that listen I've already talked to in some way or another. But okay, so Hurricane Helene did come through our area.
Yes.
We lost power Friday morning. How about you?
Yes.
You did
Around like
too.
7, 8
Yep,
o'clock.
yep, exactly. And then we are on a well, so we had no water.
Oh God.
So we were without until Sunday night. So it was what it was. We were lucky enough to have a generator, so we were able to plug our deep freezer into that and charge devices and run a fan. So that was helpful. But you had it worse than me.
Thursday started to feel sick, and I'm assuming it was flu.
Yeah,
And I did not start feeling better until like Monday evening.
that's so crazy. Y'all, I
And
was so worried about Steph.
my temperature was like I think 103.8 was the
Yeah,
highest that
yeah,
I took, and that was after taking fever reducers. So it was rough. It was really rough with no power.
right. And
And but listen, I am so thankful
right.
that that's all we had. And there's plenty of people in our area that was way worse
Yes.
affected. There's way worse affected areas throughout the country. So I
Hmm.
am not complaining. I am at
Yeah.
all. Like, please don't take that
No,
as
no, 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 don't. There are people in our area still without power and devastation with trees falling on houses and cars,
well,
etc.
one street over, a tree went right through the house.
Oh,
While they were just asleep
is
in their
everybody
homes.
okay?
Nobody was injured. Like, they had minor injuries, but they
Um,
woke up with the roof coming down on
oh
them.
my gosh, that's terrifying.
I didn't even know a hurricane was, I mean, I knew there was a hurricane coming,
Yeah,
but like we never get hit
not like that.
like that. My car was parked underneath the trees,
You were just begging for an insurance claim.
but nothing happened.
Yeah. We had
So
some
again,
some stuff, right?
not complaining
No,
at all. I'm
no.
so grateful that everybody is safe in our
Our
area for
people.
the most part,
Yep.
and I pray for everybody that is in
Yeah.
the devastation
Yeah. So
areas.
Western North Carolina and I think some areas of South Carolina are all just gone. Well, especially the mountains. They're gone.
That's bananas.
It is.
It is absurd. Like,
It is. Well, it's the flooding
yeah,
because they're in the valleys of the mountains, which is still, I know, I made Brian explain it to me like 3 times.
it just
I
blows
know.
my mind.
I
I'm like,
know.
that's
And then there's been mudslides and then they had more rain this weekend at some point. So we have been praying for them. I know there's several places to drop things off. By the time this episode drops, don't know where those spots will be, but you can find them all over Facebook.
yeah.
But I dropped off some blankets the other day. My days are all running together right now, but praying for them and trying to help where we can.
Yeah. That is the reason why we did not drop the episode last
Yep.
week.
Right.
We are recording Wednesday this week because I leave on Friday to go to Florida to
Yay.
go to the retreat. Hopefully everything is still there. I haven't even checked.
Yeah, Florida's fine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You're gonna come back just so
Glowy.
revived.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Either that or I'm going to be in like the depths of like my sorrows.
Oh, I think that might happen on Saturday.
Not going to fix me.
You're not 100% broken. They can fix you. It might not happen like that, but
Yeah.
we're all fixable.
Yeah. So we're recording Wednesday,
Yep.
which will drop on Tuesday of next week,
Yep.
the 8th, I believe.
Yes.
So
Yeah, because when I was texting you dates, you were like, well, today is October 1st. And I was like, well, but I'm excited for our spooky month.
oh my gosh, me too.
And I love our decor.
Yes, if you are not watching, we have decorated a little bit.
Yeah, you did a good job, Steph. It's very spooky. Okay, so today we're doing ghosts, and we had a ghosty book.
We did.
We did have a ghosty book, and the name of that book was The Haunting of Blackwood House by Darcy Coates.
Yes. So I'm going to read the little blurb.
Yep.
Mara is the daughter of spiritualists. Her childhood was filled with seances, scam mediums, and talk of ghostly presences. When Mara finally left her family's home, she vowed she would never allow superstitions or false religion into her life again. Now she's ready to start over with her fiance, Neil, in a world based on rationality and facts. But her past isn't ready to let go of her just yet. Mara and Neil purchase Blackwood House, a derelict property outside of town. They're warned about strange occurrences in the crumbling building. Doors open by themselves, voices whisper in the night, bloody handprints appear on the walls, and cold spots linger in the basement where the house's original owner was murdered. But Blackwood was dirt cheap and came with a large plot of overgrown land. Mara loves her new home and disregards the warnings because ghosts aren't real.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to spoilers.
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna start off with
Yeah.
spoils.
Well, so it was a little cheesy to me.
Yeah, I didn't read the blurb or anything. I just went into it
Right,
blind,
right.
totally blind.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit annoyed by some of the language that she used.
I was, yeah,
Like who says Fortnite?
yeah. Well, it made me wonder if it was supposed to have been in England or something.
Did they say
Because
that there
I think so.
still?
In a fortnight. I don't know. Emma, chime in. But yeah, that it made me think about that. But the way that that Neil talked to her too
Yeah.
was, ugh.
I'm like, well, when did this take place?
Right.
But then they had so many like,
Electronics
yeah,
and
talking about cell
cars.
phones and
Right.
so that just threw me off really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. And that it started with the fortnight in the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
Where he says it'll take a fortnight to fix the house
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah. It got me too. And I was like, well, let's just roll with it. But that was my first thought, was that it was in England.
And then like yeah, like you said, the way that dude talked to her, and I was like, oh, this is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm. So she annoyed me with her super uber independence,
Yeah.
you know, almost like crashing down on him anytime he wanted to
Hmm.
help her.
Yeah.
And I understand why. Like I get like she didn't want to owe anybody anything, but
Right.
it just annoyed me. She was almost super aggressive about
Well,
it.
she was, and it made me wonder, like, why are they? So they'd been dating what, like 6 months, I think it was. So, but
Yeah.
it made me wonder, like, okay, you don't really want this dude to be part of your life and like help you. That's part of being in a relationship, is you work together and you help each other and you support each other, that kind of thing. So you don't want him to do that, and you guys don't have the same fundamental belief system. What are we doing here?
Yeah, yeah. Why was there so much focus on her not liking healthy food? I thought that was gonna be like irrelevant to this whole thing.
Was there a focus on it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. When she threw this out. Oh yeah.
But it was like every time they eat, like, he was trying to force her to eat these like
And
healthy
again,
foods.
another difference where
Yeah.
he's one thing. I thought he was going to be involved.
I thought it was his mom.
Yeah.
I really did. I
Yeah.
thought that that's where it was going at
Yeah.
first. But the author, it seemed to me,
Put
put
pointed out
and
every
I'm
time they
like, why? Like they
ate.
like say it once, like she doesn't eat healthy, okay?
Right.
But why 14 times in the book are
When
we
they
pointing
do
out?
that, it's like a red herring. It's like I'm focusing on that. I hate it when books do that. Like I'm wasting all my mind power on something that's irrelevant.
So when they had started talking about Neil's mother moving in, I really
Yeah.
thought like she was going to be this sweet old woman and then
Yeah.
zest and like start like climbing walls and like eating people.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better book. I don't know.
I feel like this book had the potential to be so good and twisted.
Yes.
And but it's like the ghosts were evil,
Ish.
but they were cute evil. Like they were
Not the axe thing, but
no, but I mean they weren't like
I
things.
wanted like poltergeist,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And then she moved in at the end, and she's a sweet old woman, and they all lived happily ever after. And I'm like, eh.
I know. Yeah.
I did guess the ending, like
You
the
did think it
twist.
was
I
him?
did, yeah,
Okay.
100%. When they were trying to figure out which was the main demon,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
I knew that
The head ghosty.
I knew that they
You know
had
it's
the
him.
one, yeah.
They didn't get anything over on you, did they?
No, they didn't. This book was just not it for me. I am glad she called her mom at the end,
Yes.
and that kind of have a little bit of resolution
Yeah.
there, or start to.
Yeah.
But like it was like,
I know.
it
I
had
agree.
potential, but
It did. So I'm on a couple of book Facebook pages, and they're like psychological thrillers and all this is what like the name of the page is.
Mhm.
And I found this on there. And I was like, this is not much of a thriller. Like my heart rate's not even going up. I could go to sleep listening to it.
I
So
did.
it's not a I gotta know what happens kind of thing. It is definitely not. It's just a little cheesy. You know what this is? This is a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
It's like a Hallmark Halloween movie.
Minus, I mean, they wouldn't put the axe stuff in there, but
Mm-mm. But I mean,
yeah.
with the,
Yeah.
and I got frustrated with the relationship in there. I was not a fan. It was fun to read something ghosty,
Yeah.
but I think that we need to amp it up a little bit.
Yeah. That was
Um,
not it.
no.
But I would give it like a 4 or 5.
Oh yeah. But it was relatively short.
Yeah. I would like classify it almost as a mindless beach read,
Yeah.
but in October.
An October beach trip read.
Yeah. I would not recommend it.
So do we want to amp up the twisted spookiness on
I'm
things?
whatever.
Okay. So next week is witches.
Yes.
So that book that we've chosen is The Witch Elm by Witch Elm. You say it.
Elm?
Yeah.
Which elm?
Yeah, you're doing it better than me. I felt like it didn't sound like a
I
real
feel like
word.
we're saying the same thing.
I feel like the way I'm saying, I feel like it's not a real word.
Do you know,
Elm.
like that happens to me all the time, and I'm like, is this the right word? Or if I'm trying to spell something, I'm like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
does not look
Oh,
right.
yeah. Especially if there's only like 3 letters. I'm like, there's more than that. So, The Witch Elm by Tara French. And I haven't started this one yet, have you? So let's start it. And then if we get in a little bit and it's not enough, let's amp it up and go for something else. Is that
Okay.
okay?
All right. So temporarily,
Yes.
this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
We may switch it up though.
Yes.
Okay. I like
That's
it.
okay.
No, that's great.
Because life's too short for bad books. Okay, cool. I'm excited for that.
All right. Well, we had requested to our listeners if they had any ghost stories.
I'm filling up my ghosty cup.
Ooh.
It's just tea. Don't get excited.
Oh.
I mean, excited but not excited. So, ghost stories.
So we did have a couple listeners submit their real life encounter stories. So that was pretty awesome. Do you want to read one?
I'd love to read one.
Okay. They did ask to remain anonymous.
Mhm.
And so we will not release those names, but we appreciate you guys submitting those to
Yep.
us. And here we go.
Yep. Okay. So this one is from Karen. No, I'm just kidding. It's just
I was like, wait, what?
no, 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 no,
I
no,
didn't
no.
think I put a
No, there's not a name. I'm glad that you were respecting their privacy.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. When I was 2 years old, my family lived in what we later discovered was a haunted house. At first, we had no idea, but strange things would happen at night. We'd hear cupboards closing, footsteps on the stairs, and even voices downstairs, though no one was there. My sister and I both felt uneasy in certain parts of the house, especially the closet in our bedroom. My grandma always said there was something eerie about that room. My mom said that I wouldn't let her dress me by putting clothes over my head. I had to step into them. What made things even stranger was that my sister and I both told our mom there was a dog sitting at the foot of our bed, though she never saw anything. Eventually, we learned the chilling history of the house.
Dun dun dun.
The previous owner, a police officer, had tragically lost control and killed his wife and daughter. He hung his daughter by her nightgown in the closet of our bedroom. He also killed the family dog, then himself. The pieces started to come together, explaining the eerie feelings we all had.
Not the
Not the
dog.
doggy. Not the
I mean, I
doggy.
feel horrible about the kid too, but
I know.
the dog.
I know.
Come on.
That's crazy.
That, yeah.
Like the feeling to not even want to put something over your head that you have to step into it because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing a
Elsa.
dog. Ooh, that's not there.
A ghost
A
dog.
ghost dog?
Yeah. All right, here is the second story,
Okay.
and this one's like super creepy too.
Okay.
When I was younger and lived in our apartment, there was always a lot of bad vibes, almost evil like. Okay, I know you know me, Steph, and this is no lie. Obviously, this is one of my people. When I was young, I would always see a large dark shadow standing in the hallway at night. Sometimes I would see it sitting in a chair. If I woke up and saw it in the chair, I would sneak by if I needed to go to the bathroom. This is in the middle of the night. If I got up and saw this standing in the hallway, I would pee the bed before going out of the room. I
Oh.
never told anyone in my family about this. Fast forward 20 something years, it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and the whole family is over and talking, and my older brothers and sisters were talking about where we grew up. And then I heard them talking about the shadow person that used to walk the house and sit in the chairs when we were kids. The feeling that came over me, I cannot explain. I went into the room just to confirm. They said yes, and they were told never to say anything to the three youngest because my mom didn't want us to freak out. Like I said, I never told anyone. Thought I would share. Crazy.
But don't, she feels, or he feels so validated.
Yeah. Yeah. I am like not like a secret keeper, and there's no way I would
Well, I
not.
would think I was just seeing things. Like I would be like, I'm losing my mind
Not
again.
listen. I would have went screaming through the house.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be calm just avoiding the evil spirit.
And just,
I would be
yeah.
literally running through the house screaming. I am not a calm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
no,
No. No.
no.
Mm-mm.
So if you were with it, like the book, she had to stay calm because the ghost
Oh
would
no.
feed off of her energy. No.
No. Mm-mm. I am not it. I am not a calm person. I am the overreactor.
Now, I do overreact a lot. Like if Brian does something, or if I stub my toe, I fall on the floor and like do a somersault. Like it is total overreaction with that kind of stuff. So I do overreact, but I would just think I was the one losing it.
I am not good in
Like side
crisis.
pressure? Okay.
No, I'm not the person you want with you.
No, let me write
Yeah.
that down real quick.
Other the only time that like, and kept my cool until I knew he was okay, and then like, I totally lost it. But when Dylan had that second
Yeah,
surgery for his tonsils, and
yeah,
he was just like blood was just kept coming up,
yeah.
and it was just I was covered in blood, he was covered in blood
Oh, I
on the way to
remember
the
that.
hospital, and I did keep calm until I knew the doctors had him,
Mm-hmm.
and then I lost it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm okay. I don't lose it. Now it definitely hits me later and I'm either like, what the crap, or did that really just happen? But in the moment, I'm okay.
I would be running through the house. I would be
That,
losing it.
yeah. Well,
And the ghost would probably be scared of me at
scared
that
of you,
point
never
because
come
I would
back.
no, yeah.
Well, see, if this person would have just done that, they could have solved all this problem for everybody. Well, that is a creepy
And
story.
I don't feel like me and my siblings would keep quiet.
Yeah.
I don't think like
I don't think know if I've ever told my sister about seeing my grandma. Now we've talked about seeing my dad, walking that's passed, but I don't know if I've ever told her that I've seen my grandma. I'll ask her.
we all just run our mouths too much. There's no secrets in my family. Like
It's more of a just like, hey, I forgot to tell you. Saw our dead Nana. That's a spooky one though.
by
That's
the
real.
way,
Yeah, right. That's a spooky one.
yeah. So well thank you guys for submitting those
Yeah.
do ghost stories all month long if anybody else wants to submit.
Yes. Send us any kind of spooky story.
Yeah.
Spooky story.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Girl. So, I was like Googling
Yeah.
and I found this link and it's the top 10 crimes committed by ghosts according to Listverse. So these are the top 10.
Okay.
Number 10, indecent exposure. Having sex in another person's living room would definitely earn you a sentence for indecent exposure and maybe breaking and entering. Diane Carlisle of Euclid, Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
claims that two ghosts were having sex in her home, leaving her and her family members the unwilling voyeurs.
Oh my gosh.
She says that the ghosts are clearly copulating and she can even see the lady's high-heeled shoes. Diane is no stranger to ghost apparitions. Her deceased sister contacted her via phone, leaving her a message that simply said, I love you, and she has seen ghosts in mirrors and playing with her daughter. That would freak me out.
Yeah.
As for the Phantom Lovemakers, they were snapped in the act by Carlisle's 4-year-old granddaughter, Kamora, while the little girl was playing with a cell phone. Diane is astonished by the hanky panky going on in the living room as anyone saying, I never seen anything like this. I mean, ghosts still have feelings. They're having sex. Carlisle says that the ghostly activity in her home has not lessened with time, but has actually
Oh
increased.
my gosh.
She's got like a brothel, a ghost brothel.
Ghosts. They're ho ghosts.
All right, ghost theft number 9.
Okay.
You wouldn't think a former police officer charged with upholding the law would be the one to commit massive theft, but that's what Joseph Hughes of Mount Gilead, Ohio, was convicted of back in 2011. But did he do it, or was it the work of something from the other side? Hughes claimed that the stolen goods found stockpiled in his basement, including several air conditioners and a generator, were put there by a ghost. It's going to sound kind of ridiculous, but we believe that there was some kind of paranormal presence in the basement, Hughes said in court. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but there was evidence to support it. Though prosecutors were stunned by the creepy defense, they ultimately didn't buy it, and Hughes was found guilty of 18 out of 20 charges. But they didn't tell us what the evidence is.
Come on, dude. Why would a ghost need air conditioning and generators?
I don't know. Do you want to do this one?
I'd love
Number 8.
to. Lisa and Phil Wrigley of Clifton, Nottingham. Oh, I gotta do my accent. Were so angry about a series of attacks on their vehicles that they set up home cameras to catch the culprits in the act. But they got more than they bargained for. At about 1:30 a.m. on August 1, 2012, one of the cameras caught what looked like a child spirit in orb form, glowing white and wearing a hoodie, jumping over the roofs of their cars. The couple was shocked. Even skeptical Phil admitted, I am cynical about ghosts because I don't believe in them, but this footage is strange. Lisa added that she was absolutely gobsmacked by this. I've got the footage here. It's the image of a young child about 4 or 5. It's a ghost. It's got to be. Miss Wrigley was especially convinced, oh, I just lost the accent, that it was no ordinary child because their dog always barks if there are people around, but it did not wake the family that night. The Wrigleys ultimately decided not to pursue the ghost for criminal damages after they could find no marks on the cars following the incident. Well, that was me.
Ghost harassment, number 7. Harassment of any kind is annoying enough, but to not even be able to see your bullies, one Saudi Arabian family thought that was going too far and actually took it all the way to court when they sued the genie irritating their household. The spectral harassment went on for some time, with unruly spirits making life practically intolerable, citing everything from threatening voicemails to the theft of their mobile phones. The family had had enough when the ghosts, in classic schoolyard fashion, began throwing stones at the children. The court gamely tried to verify the family's claims of paranormal pestering, despite the difficulty of bringing a harassment suit against the undead.
Oh my God. Like, what? What are we doing here?
Why are they throwing stones at kids, though?
Right.
Come on.
Oh, I want to read this one. Ghost disorderly conduct. A teen nabbed in 2006 for swearing at officers and generally causing uproar had the unique defense that the foul-mouthed voice heard by cops wasn't his, but that of a disembodied pirate ghost. Thomas McGare, 18, of Glasgow, Scotland. Oh, I'm not doing that accent. Blurted out, it wasn't me, it was the pirate, as he was being collared and charged. Sheriff Rajni Swanee was intrigued by the odd story, and McGare's lawyer, Andrew Kennedy, said in court that his client was in a state of agitation because he claims he had just seen a ghost. Though McGare admitted to a breach of the peace, he denies being under the influence of alcohol or drugs and maintains that a ghostly influence was to blame. When last heard from, his sentence had been deferred.
So, was he like speaking in like pirate speak, or was he
Like,
like
was
in
it like,
his,
"Arr"?
or was it like his Scottish accent, and like he was just like swearing at the cops?
Hmm.
And was he using like old-timey pirate like swearing,
Oh,
or
yeah.
was it new swearing?
He was like, go get the doubloons, mate.
If I ever yell at a police officer, I'm going to do it in a pirate accent.
And you're gonna tell him it was the pirate. That'll. But a male pirate or a female pirate?
Well, you know what? I don't know. You could
I
say
think we could get by with the female pirate more. Why did I even think that was a good thing to say? Girl pirates.
girl pirate.
They're pretty tough.
They are. Yeah, we'll
Girl
go with
pirate.
girl. Yeah. So, if you ever have to bail me out,
Okay.
it was the girl
It was the
pirate.
girl pirate. Got you.
Ghost
Ghost
assault.
assault.
And this is number 5. Sometimes a haunting is merely a pain in the emotional sense, but sometimes it goes a bit further than that. A French family from, I'm not going to even
Somewhere
try.
in France.
Yeah, said that ghosts in their home have escalated into full-blown assault. One household member was injured so badly that he had to be hospitalized after being hit in the face by a flying chair and a soap tray to the back. A family friend visiting the house also had to seek medical attention after being hit by stones thrown by the petulant spirits. Local officials took the claim seriously enough to remove the family from their home, offering them temporary housing at a nearby campsite. The family says that they are currently working with an exorcist from a local church who has been visiting their house and attempting to cleanse it of its angry spooks.
Soap tray. How dare they?
But some of those could be heavy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
A flying chair?
Well, I'm thinking even like those soap trays. Like if you get like those heavy ceramic ones,
Yeah.
like
That's
instead of
solid.
yeah.
That's
I don't
tough.
like those.
That's tough, dudes.
I want the happy, like, give me some Casper.
Yeah.
Like, he just wants to chill and play.
Yeah. That sounds good.
I would want a Snoop ghost.
Snoot ghost?
Yeah, like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And you just like, I mean, I could deal with the smell of pot.
I can't. I can't stand that smell.
No, like, I could deal with that. Like, over, like,
Over like
getting,
being hit with a
yeah,
chair and a
yeah.
soap dish.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I just don't want any ghost though.
Oh, well, me either. But if I had to pick a ghost, I want a happy ghost.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would. Not that I want to watch ghosts fornicating, but I would even take the fornicating
The
ghost.
porn ghost over
Over,
angry, violent, assaulting
yeah.
ghosts. Or I would take the pirate ghost.
Oh, I totally would.
That'd be fun.
I would love it.
Come on, pirate ghost.
Arr.
Ghost domestic abuse.
Oh,
Number 4.
he just looks like he's a butthead. All right.
Yeah. When an argument about family finances between Wisconsin man Michael West and his wife got out of control, she called the police and reported that West had beat, punched her in the face, and tried to strangle her. When police arrived at the couple's home, they noticed that the woman was crying and there appeared to be blood on the front of her shirt. When questioned, West initially claimed that his wife sustained injuries by repeatedly falling, but later changed his story, claiming that a ghost did it. This explanation did not prove to be satisfactory to the arresting officers, who charged him with strangulation, battery, and disorderly conduct. After a struggle, West was transported to county lockup, and his wife, one would hope, to therapy.
Okay, that just sounds like he was just grasping.
Totally. That's not even worth it.
No. Ghost kidnapping.
Are we kidnapping the ghost? Or
Uh,
is the ghost kidnapping people? Let's find out.
Let's find out. This one is an example of crime happening to a criminal and of cosmic karma. A burglar robbing a home in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, said that he was kidnapped and held against his will with no food or water for 4 days by a supernatural figure. Police official Abdul Murali Hakim Jahar confirmed that the homeowners arrived back from vacation and found the man, whose name was not released, in their home dehydrated and exhausted. He claimed that every time he tried to leave, the entity pushed him to the ground. An ambulance had to be called for the would-be
Pilferer.
sure, what she said.
Thief.
The would-be thief, who will surely think twice before attempting another breaking and entering. Now, that is what I would. I want a guard dog.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a built-in freaking security system.
Yeah.
I'll take that ghost.
That ghost. If I can't have the pirate ghost,
Yeah.
and we can't have Snoop or Casper, then I guess we'll take the guard dog ghost.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm not mad at that.
No, me either.
The ghost kept pushing him down.
I like it.
Oh.
Oh, can we skip this one?
Yes, please.
Okay, we're gonna skip number 2. I don't like that one.
Mm-mm.
All right. Ghost murders.
One can hardly imagine a bigger monster than a mother that kills her own children. Nanina Patel of East Asheville, North Carolina, was arrested in late August 2011 for the murder of her 2 sweet and outgoing girls, 8-year-old Jaya and 4-year-old Paya. Worse, the murders were carried out in an extremely gruesome manner with a hatchet. Patel's husband Lalo made the grisly discovery when he arrived home to find his wife hitting herself in the head with the hatchet and his children bloodied on the floor. He frantically called 911, but it was too late. Jaya was already dead, and Paya would succumb to her injuries at a nearby hospital. According to investigators, when asked about her motives for this senseless crime, Naina would only tell police that the ghost killed her children. She further added that she didn't want to live and refused medical treatment for her self-inflicted injuries. It's just a terrible, terrible incident that occurred, said Lieutenant Wallace Welch, the interim chief of police. Oh.
Did she live?
I don't know.
It doesn't say if she lived. She just. But she. How do you live a hatchet to the head?
She was doing it herself.
I know, but if it's a ghost doing it though, like, do you know? Like, do you feel it? Are you doing it like as hard as you can?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, I don't like that one.
I
I
don't
want to
like.
go back to the guard dog
Yeah, or the pirate.
or
We're
the
sticking to the
fornicators.
yeah, yeah. We'll take the porn ghost, please, for 500, Alex. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. She obviously had some things going on there. Diddy?
So I'm now gonna put this as our Diddy Talk
Okay.
segment,
Love it.
since I'm sure every week there's gonna be some crazy news coming out.
Yes.
But did you see Kim Porter's alleged book?
Mm-mm.
His baby mama
Yeah, no.
is out.
Okay.
And so it's on Amazon. You can order it. There's no confirmation that this is like legit, but
Mm.
a friend of hers released it saying it was her like tell-all
Account.
book that
Yeah.
she was starting. And the family is saying that it's not hers, like her family, but people are saying that they're scared of Diddy, and that's why they're saying it's not, because a lot of the things like line up with like actual events we know did happen.
Okay.
I didn't want to spend 25, and I wanted to read it, but I was not spending
Right.
$25
Right.
on it. I found the superhero of superheroes on TikTok
Okay.
on my TikTok.
On your TikTok, what you got?
And her name is Amanda Rollins.
Okay.
Yes, like SVU,
Okay.
but it's not her.
Oh, okay.
But she is a hero that does not wear a cape
What does she do?
because she recapped every chapter
Oh,
and did a freaking awesome job. Yeah, I'll link it for everybody
okay.
in the show
Okay.
notes, and I'll send you that directly. It's in like 9 parts or 10 parts, so it's broken down, so it's
Yeah.
not overwhelming.
Yeah.
But she does every chapter and recaps it awesome.
Have you listened to all of them?
I did.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Mind
once she
blown.
started,
Right,
like there
right.
was no
How
stopping.
do you? Yeah.
It was awesome. So in the last episode, we had said that there's some speculation with the relationship between Pac and Diddy,
Yes.
and that might have been cause for.
Right.
So this book says that Kim and Diddy's relationship was very, very open, and
Okay.
well, open for him to tell her what she was supposed to do with
Okay.
people and him and group activities.
Okay.
But she was intimate with Pac,
Oh.
and Diddy wanted to be, and Pac was like, "Oh hell no,
We don't do that here.
like what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And basically he was like, "Oh well, let's see, who can do this better. Like let's just do it right now in front of each other," and like that kind
Oh
of
my God.
vibe. And he was like, "Dude, like no, like I don't get down like that."
Mm-hmm.
But Kim was getting down with Pac, and Diddy didn't like that.
He was jealous of because he wanted to be with Pop.
He
Allegedly.
he wanted some.
Yeah.
It also said in this book that Biggie and Pac were starting their own label. Like I knew Biggie was planning on leaving the
Yeah.
label, and it was like a week
Yeah.
after he died is when he was supposed to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But this book says that Pac
Pac was with them.
and Biggie were leaving their respective labels and starting their own.
I believe it.
I do too.
100%.
So like I mean that just shows you all the whatever
Yep, the beef.
between those two. It was not legit.
Right.
This was all P. Diddy.
Diddy.
If
Oh.
you were to believe everything in this book, which a lot of it is,
It feels real.
it feels pretty legit
Okay.
from what we do already know.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna have to check this out.
it also mentioned Jay-Z in there.
Yeah.
That Jay-Z came to Diddy basically saying like, yo, Biggie's bouncing, and screw him basically. I want to be your like
Your guy.
number one. And Diddy was like, well, that's your boy. You guys, whatever. And he's like, well, he's not bringing me up with him. I got no loyalty to him. I'm loyal to you now. And Diddy said, well, if he's not loyal to me, then my protection doesn't extend to Biggie anymore. Basically, like setting stuff up.
Yeah. I've got to watch all these.
Okay, yeah. So definitely check out Amanda Rollins. I again will link everything in the show
Okay.
notes for everybody. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
It's
dig
so
into
it
that.
has so much tea.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Have you heard this drama talk with this like surviving Bray Powers?
I don't think so.
Did you see that video? It was a dude, and he was like, I'm done dating. And he was talking about, he was on like this Mormon dating app.
Mm-mm.
And he's no longer practicing Mormon, but like he's on this app because he, like, those are like the values he likes in a woman and whatever. So he was trying to find, he's, I think, a single dad.
Okay.
He's in the military. So he's like, oh my gosh, I was on this app. I'm not practicing. I found this woman that I just thought was beautiful. We did not link, but I saw her and she's just beautiful. And she had her information on her profile, like her
Okay.
phone number, her place of business, whatever. All of her info like, out there for everybody.
Red flag.
So he texts her and she owns like a teeth whitening business
Hmm.
and in Utah. This is all in Utah. And he texts her and he's like, "Hey, I saw that you're on this dating app. We didn't link up, but I would like to get my teeth whitened. And if you happen to think that I'm cute or, we get along and you want to go on a date, and that would be cool."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, well, come down now for this appointment. It's $199." And he was like, "Well, I just got out, like I'm in my uniform. Is there somewhere I can change? Blah, blah, blah." She was like, "Yeah, just come down, come down." And he's like, "All right, well, I'll head that way in a little bit." Well, I guess it took him too long to get there
Hmm.
because she starts texting him like, "You're wasting my time." In the meantime, he's like in contact with her, texting her like,
Yeah.
"Hey, do you know if there's like places to park around you? Or, like, is there a parking lot?" Like just
Yeah.
like in contact with her, didn't just
Yeah.
like stop texting. So it was like 45 minutes, an hour after he had initially contacted her, and she's like, "You're wasting my time. This is, BS.
Okay.
I'm not waiting. I'm not like wasting my time anymore on this. You owe me $100 for a no-show fee." And so he is actually there at this point. He gets out and he's like, "Hey, I'm here." And she comes outside and starts screaming at him, recording this
Oh
whole
my
interaction,
gosh.
right? And so she's like, "You're gonna be banned from Utah dating everything, and I'm gonna put it out there. No, you're not gonna have any woman date you in the state of Utah." Cuckoo. Like
Yeah.
she thinks this is a flex that she's putting
Yeah.
this out there. So he's like getting in his car. She's like, Let me see your license. This is, da da da. I'm gonna come after you for this $100 like cancellation,
Oh my
no show fee."
goodness.
Yeah, she was cuckoo. So he was like, "Bro, like I'm
Yeah.
done dating.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
is it."
Done. Yeah.
Now, admittedly, I think it's weird that he contacted her for this teeth whitening, trying to get a date when they didn't match. They clearly didn't have.
Yeah. I
I
don't think it's too weird. I think I mean, I just,
I'd be creeped out a little bit. Like
but she put her info out there for everybody.
I agree. But
Yeah.
I think
That's not your thing. I get it.
it would creep me out.
Yeah.
So she puts out the video, like this big flex, because he had
Uh-huh.
initially said, like, "Oh my God, this is what happened." She puts out this video and she's like, "He stalked me," and da da da. It was all within like an hour and a half. It was not this
Yeah.
like stalking situation.
Right.
So all these people, right, taking dude's side.
Yeah.
He put out the receipts with timestamps, everything. Because she was like, "He's stalking me. He's this, he's that." He's like, "No, chick, here's all the receipts. Here's all the
Yeah.
timestamps. This is all like one day, like an hour and a half,
Yeah. Yeah.
start to finish." Well, all these people are now coming out, right? This chick is nuts. Like,
Has she done something like this before?
she's a horrible human being. There's actually a TikTok page made now called Surviving Bree Powers.
Oh my gosh.
And it's all these people like that did videos of like the horrible things that she did. One of her friends, she drugged and allegedly, because this is all alleged, sold for $500 to her group of friends for the night. This chick woke up. She was in the car with her and she was like, "Yeah, let's go see if my ex-boyfriend's at this place, this club." Doesn't remember getting out of the
Oh
car
my goodness.
and then woke up with her clothes ripped,
Mm.
obviously knowing something wasn't right. She
Yeah.
called one of her police officer friends. He took her to the hospital to get a kit done.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
And then she got text messages from, I guess, mutual friends that this chick was bragging about selling this poor girl.
Mm.
There was several instances of people being drugged by her.
Mm.
She stole that, like, I think it was like $15,000 from one of her friends who needed that money to like catch up
Live.
on her rent and whatever. Her
Oh
boyfriend had
my.
given her like this like lump sum to catch up on her stuff. Bree was with her when she got the money, so
Oh
she
my
knew where
God.
like the envelope was that day, and money just like up and walked away. Dude had serial numbers of all it because he got this large amount out, and so he went to the bank to see if they had the serial numbers of all the bills. And one of Bree's friends sent this poor girl picture that Bree had sent with all of the money fanned out that she was going to buy a car or going to buy
Well,
whatever,
yeah.
and
The serial numbers.
all matched up.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
she was just like a
Yeah.
crappy human being,
Yeah.
like just complete
No redeeming qualities
no.
whatsoever.
So now she's like
I
all
can't,
over.
I cannot believe there's a page.
A whole page dedicated. So she's has to be at court for something else. Like some,
Yeah.
well, several people showed up to court and because they wanted to talk to the prosecutor and let the prosecutor know, like, hey, this is the
Yeah.
person she is. She saw these people at court, and this is just this week. Saw people at court, and she like threw a fit in court because she saw all of these people that
Oh
she
my
has wronged.
goodness.
Threw a fit and stormed out of court. And all the judge did was reschedule her court date. Like, didn't put her in contempt,
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay, they need to look at her history and they need to look at all these people that, stuff has happened to and use that. Hopefully they do. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. So, if you just need some good drama, just to go find Surviving Brie Powers is a TikTok name. And
Oh my gosh.
you can see there's like probably 20 videos of different people.
Mm, poor people. Stay away from anybody named Bree Powers.
Oh, she's like is on all her videos like looking like oh like
Mm-hmm.
the recent videos. She's got her business or whatever, so she's trying to be like oh like oh
Professional.
well she used to be a escort.
Okay.
She again scammed people out of all this money.
Mm,
Got kicked out of however many apartments.
mm.
Trashed apartments and left like roommates there to deal with it
Oh
all.
my
Just
gosh.
a trash human being.
She sounds like she's straight garbage.
So she sucks.
Yeah. Mm.
Ready for
Yeah,
am
am
I
I the
the a-hole?
a-hole?
Okay. 29 female, my sister-in-law, 42 female, inherited her dad's old farmhouse back some years ago after his passing, and for the past month, she has been renovating the place. She asked for me and my husband's help as her husband has a bad back and can't do much. So my husband, myself, and our three kids have been staying at this house with her for the past couple of weeks. The house isn't in bad shape or anything, and most of the issues we are running into is plumbing or cosmetic. The frame, walls, roof are solid, which is impressive considering the age and how long it's been in the family. Built in the late 1800s. Spooky, like
Mm-hmm.
just in that sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I do want to point out that I am in no way paranormally inclined. I can't see things or anything like that, but I can sense stuff. So basically, your average person. I'm not afraid of it, but something is definitely off about this house beyond your expected old house sounds, like lights turning on and off by themselves, doors opening and closing, or leaving something somewhere and it being in a completely different spot when you go back to get it. Like yesterday, I put a hammer on the windowsill and went to grab the paint scraper by the door. And when I turned back around, the hammer was on top of the ladder behind me, which I wasn't near. Or my favorite, not it's irritating. I have opened a can of soda and taken one sip of it, and when I get back to the soda, it's gone. And no, my kids aren't in the room with me when this stuff happens. I'm all alone when it does. But last night was weird. I woke up several times to the sensation of being shaken, and the last two times I could vividly hear the word hey close to my ear. My husband and kids were all sleeping, so this morning over coffee, I made some backhanded comment of your house is haunted, and sister-in-law freaked out. Tells me to shut up, and I'm an a-hole for putting that in her head. I didn't even tell her what happened, but now she doesn't want to go back in the house and has been working on the yard. She says I completely ruined her idea of this house and should have kept my mouth shut. Am I the a-hole? No, no.
Mm,
No, I like she didn't know it was gonna trigger this chick,
no, she didn't. But
and she's been there for weeks helping.
so my thought is the sister-in-law probably knows something's going on.
Yeah,
Like she feels it too. She just didn't want confirmation that somebody else is feeling it.
I would have said something like the first time the hammer moved.
Maybe it depends on,
Again, I
yeah.
don't keep secrets.
Well, and maybe it depends on how she said it. Like if she,
Well, it sounds like she just said, "Look, your house is haunted," or like it
yeah,
doesn't sound like it was like malicious and
yeah, yeah. I don't,
like
yeah.
I'm out of here. Like it was,
It was like, I swear your house is haunted.
yeah.
Like I keep losing stuff. So
She said she didn't even give any examples. She just said your house is haunted. If
maybe not an a-hole, but I don't know if that's something that I would just say. But it's her sister-in-law. Yeah, I don't know about this one.
well,
I have mixed
Reddit
emotions.
says that she is the a-hole, but I don't think she is. I don't think it's like that bad.
To me, it's like the same thing as saying Jeez, your house is ugly. Your house is ugly. Your house is haunted. I don't know. Like,
I mean, if they have that good of a relationship that they're staying at this house and
right.
helping, I mean, I would think that they're on a good enough
Good terms. Yeah.
terms to make a sideways comment.
But the thing too is it bothered her enough that she felt like she wanted to. I mean, that would freak me out. If I feel somebody whispering in my ear and shaking me, yeah, I'm done. Oh, I just had shivers.
Shiver me timbers.
Shiver me to fire.
Was it the pirate?
Yes. Yeah, I have mixed emotions on this one.
I think if they're close enough that she's okay with asking the entire family to come and
To
help
come
her,
and live with me and help me get this house.
yeah, I should be able to say whatever I want to say if I'm spending my time.
Yeah, I see that too. I see that perspective. I'm just not gonna vote on this one.
Oh, don't be wishy-washy.
Oh, I can't help it. I told you I didn't take my medicine.
This is the second one.
Am I the a-hole for not participating in a ghost removal ritual and upsetting my friend? I, 19 male, have been living with a close friend, 19 female, for roughly 6 months now. We've known each other since we were toddlers, but her recent change in behavior is totally new to me. She's typically a rational person and doesn't even believe in harmless stuff like astrology, let alone paranormal activity.
Wait, stop right there.
Okay.
Just because a person believes in paranormal activity doesn't mean that they're not rational.
Mm-hmm.
So, screw you,
Yeah, that's a pretty judgmental statement they just said.
Mr. Judgy Pants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A couple of months ago, she started claiming that a bad spirit moved to our place. This caused her to be scared, especially at nighttime. I told her I don't believe in ghosts, and she said my opinion didn't matter and that the ghost was with us every day. Her first solution was to follow advice she found online to get rid of bad entities, stuff like burning sage, etc. Then her next idea was for us to share a room because she said that the bad spirit would not bother us this way. She wants an excuse to get in his bed.
She's trying to be like the
The
naughty
poor ghost.
the naughty
The naughty
ghost.
ghost. Something about our aura repelling the negativity. I was okay with sharing a room, but she even wanted to share a bed, which we haven't done before, and I was honestly surprised with her. Eventually, I slept on the floor because I didn't want her to feel awkward. She told me about her latest ghost removal ritual a few days ago and wanted me to participate. Basically, she made a shampoo using natural ingredients. Now wants both of us to use it every night. She claims it has light properties. Thinks she means good. And that will discuss the foul spirits. I told her I might use it once or twice, but definitely not every night. She got upset. She said if I was a decent friend, I would show basic kindness and help her fight the spirits. She said that she's doing it for both of us and then I should just suck it up and do it every night before we go to sleep. We had a big argument and
She
she
wants to take that shower together.
Yes.
And she wants to soak it down.
Yes. We had a big argument and she called me unreliable, awful, hostile friend and a snitch. I don't know how I'm a snitch, but okay. And guess what? She told all her female friends who agreed that I'm an a-hole for not helping her out. I came in and described how I was thrashed in their group chat. Who's the a-hole here? Am I really bad for not using the shampoo and dismissing her ghost ritual? No.
No.
But she wants you?
Did she show him the group chat?
Probably.
Because how else would he know that he was thrashed in the group chat?
She showed him. She was like, see, all my friends think you're an a-hole too.
She wants him.
Oh,
She
bad.
wants to be more than friends.
She wants to wash her hair and snuggle in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she told all her friends.
She wants to wash something.
Well, maybe you should use this shampoo all over. What I want to know what's in the shampoo.
I'm probably like
Essential oils and stuff.
yeah, I would assume like.
But which ones? Lavender. I don't know. You are not the a-hole though, dude. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, I don't think you're the a-hole. I think that she is using this as an excuse to try to
Absolutely.
canoodle you, buddy.
Yeah, she wants to canoodle. She wants to canoodle your noodle.
And then all of a sudden, that's gonna be the next ritual.
Yes.
They have to perform.
They have to perform that with the when the moon is at a certain phase
Yes.
to get the spirit out.
With the shampoo.
Yes. Oh, poor dude.
Yeah. Sorry, guy. Yeah.
Found a new roomie.
I would run.
Yeah. She's showing you all the red flags, buddy. I had fun with her spooky app.
Me too.
So next week is witches.
Yes, I'm
Yay!
so excited.
I like witchy stuff. It's so
So
fascinating.
do I. Did you ever go to Salem?
No, I'd love to.
Oh, I have.
Fun.
Yeah. Oh, I never told you about the TJ Maxx thing that before I went to the beach
Tell me.
trip. So I went shopping and I was, I don't get dressed up to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I am in like yoga
Comfies.
pants
Right.
and a tank top and flip-flops. Like I am not that girl that does anything to go anywhere. And so I'm in TJ Maxx and old flip-flops. Like
Okay.
it wasn't even new flip-flops.
Okay.
And dude walks by and he's like probably like late 20s.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I like your shoes." And I was like,
These
"Thank-"
$3 Old Navy crusty
I was,
flip-flops.
I was like, "Thanks." And he's like, "You've got really nice feet. Would you like to go out to dinner?" And I give really good foot massages. And I was like, uh, no, but thanks anyway."
My feet don't need that, dude.
It was the creepiest
That's creepy.
pickup.
That is.
Like,
Do you think that's worked for him before?
I don't know, but it was so weird.
That is really
It
weird.
was so weird.
That's really weird.
I,
I wanted to rub your piggies.
it's so weird.
That is weird. I can't imagine just going up to somebody and
I
saying
was
that.
like, okay, time to go.
That
Like,
is crazy.
it is time for me to leave this door.
Right. Goodbye. Oh my
And
gosh.
like I was in the men's section. I was looking at like clothes for Dylan.
Yeah. Everything about that is weird. Nothing is normal with
Oh
that.
my God. I was like,
You're blushing right now
I was so
because you're
mortified.
so freaked out. Yeah.
And I'm like, is anybody like listening to this?
Like,
I'm
is
like
this
looking
really
around,
happening?
like, this is weird.
Right.
Anybody else? Is anybody else hearing this and this is weird? Like, not just me, right?
That's super strange.
Yeah. So creepy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yo. Ugh. Okay.
Yes.
Well, on that note,
Yes.
thank y'all for listening.
Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, leave us a review. If you have any weird stuff you want to tell us for Spooky Month, we are all ears.
If you're a witch, let us know.
Ooh, I would love to talk to a witch. Like,
Let us know.
dude, if you're a witchy, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, witches and
It's witches, bitches.
yes.
Thanks. We love y'all.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.